So today I'm going to be doing a book review of Maximum Ride Forever by James Patterson. And this is the last book, the last book in the Maximum Ride series, which ninth book, I think. I think there's 9 of them now. Yeah, and I say last with quotation marks because I think the last book of the series started with number 4 and then it just kept going. I feel like it's been ending over and over again. I mean, like the book before this, Nevermore, was supposed to be like the last book, and it ended with the apocalypse. Like the world ended, like it ended, and then there's like, oh, but there's another one. So apparently the apocalypse didn't really do much. So yeah, but I don't know. I mean, this ended pretty definitely, but I wouldn't put it past James Patterson to be like, you know what, I want to write another one. So I don't even know anymore at this point. I mean, it started with the Final Warning, book 4 or something, which is pretty final, but no. So, but I'm not complaining. I love these books, so there can be more. There can be more, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to talk about this book, and I'm having a very hard time giving it a rating. I haven't actually rated it anything on Goodreads or anything yet, because I cannot decide whether to give this book 3 stars or 4. I will explain to you why, because I'm conflicted in my heart about this book. First of all, it's Maximum Ride. And if you don't know anything about Maximum Ride, let me tell you, because it is an amazing series. Maximum Ride is about these 6 children, ages from 6 to 14 and 15 in the later books, that have basically been experimented on, like it's genetic mutation and stuff. And so they're human, but like 2% of them is like birds. They have wings, okay? They can fly, and they fly all over the place, but they're constantly hunted by the people who like created them because they're like dangerous or something. All these random villains who want them for whatever reasons, and it's like confusing and amazing. It's so good though, oh my gosh. And they all like have their own little personalities, and there's the same 6 of them, the characters, throughout the entire book, and they call themselves the Flock because they're like birds and they fly around. And there's like romance and like trauma, and they're running away from people and like saving people, and it's great. So yeah, that's Maximum Ride in a nutshell. And so I love Maximum Ride because I started reading it when I was like 12, and it's the series that started me writing. I loved Maximum Ride so much that I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna write books now because this is so great. So that's also why I love it so much. It has much like nostalgia. I can't speak. But yeah, I love Maximum Ride. So that's why I'm like, when this came out, I was like, oh gosh, another one, but I have to read it because it's Maximum Ride and I love Maximum Ride. And whatever, I'm gonna love it. It could be horrible and I'm gonna love it. So that's why I want to give it 4 stars, because it's Maximum Ride, okay? The reason I want to give it 3 stars is because it is more of a 3-star book. And not that 3 stars is bad, but I usually give books 4 or 5 stars because I love books, unless they're not very good. And so the thing with this series is that it started going downhill after the Final Warning. Actually, no, the one right after that's okay. But it just, the first 3 are great. Solid, great. After that, it just kind of peters. And, oh gosh, I don't know where it's going. It's hard to follow. It's kind of all over the place. It's interesting. I feel like I loved it because it's Maximum Ride, and I'm like, I can't get enough of these characters and I just have to read more. But honestly, like the development of the plot, how things happened, how things were explained, didn't really go that well. And it wasn't great. It is not a good standalone book. You honestly can't read it unless you've read the other ones, even though there's a little bit of like introduction, sort of backstory. But it's not good unless you've read the other ones and you have the whole history and you actually already care about the characters, because this book doesn't make me care about them again. It makes me like, it doesn't really make me do anything because I already care about them and I'm just sort of watching what happens to them. That being said, the ending was kind of ridiculous. It doesn't really make sense, but I don't care because it's a really happy ending and it's the ending that I wanted. Things like, I don't want to give it away, but I like how it ends in a sense that like this is where I wanted it to go the entire series, but the way that it got there doesn't make sense and is kind of ridiculous, like I just said. So that's why I'm conflicted. So I don't even know. I guess I'll give it 3.5. I guess. Now I'm going to go into a spoilery section because I have to talk about what actually happens. So if you haven't read it, go read it and come back. Yeah. So the thing that I was saying that was ridiculous, Fang dying and coming back? What? That doesn't... I don't even know. I mean, I guess the whole series is kind of based on ridiculous science because they are like bird people, which isn't possible. But, I mean, he's dead. And then they're like, oh, let's just like magically make him not dead so that Max can have a happy ending. I mean, I'm happy Fang isn't dead. I was mad. I was mad when they got to that part and they're like, oh, Fang's actually really like, he's dead. And I'm just like, no. I was really angry. But then I was also like, well, he's not gonna be dead for long because this is James Patterson and this is the Maximum Ride series and she has to be happy. So I was like waiting for something to happen. I'm like, well, he's actually not gonna be dead. He's gonna be like hiding somewhere. But no, he was dead and they brought him back to life, which is like this weird, no, he's like this weird zombie Fang. I don't even get it. But like at the same time, I'm happy because he's alive. Oh gosh. And then Max having a baby? So whatever. Also, another thing that kind of bugged me was the whole thing where like each of them gets killed off, each of the flock gets killed off, and like you see them getting killed off, like in each scene is about them. And then at the end, Angel's like, oh, they were just faked deaths. And I mean, not that I wanted them to be dead, I mean like I was happy they were alive, but I just feel like that was such a quick and like simple explanation, like, oh no, just kidding. And I would have liked more of a resolution to that. So again, I'm like happy with how it how it ended, but not happy with how it got to the ending, if that makes sense. I did like the epilogue though, with Fang and Max and little baby Phoenix, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're happy, they're gonna live happily ever after in this crazy, weird, apocalyptic world. But, God, this book was a lot. And yet not a lot. Okay, thank you for watching my book review, which was more of a rant about Maximum Ride and how good it is and yet how confused I am at this novel. But, yeah. So if you like this video, you should go ahead and subscribe because I have more videos like this and that would be awesome if you did that. I'm also on Twitter where I tweet things about books, mostly because that's what I do. And I also have a blog where I talk about author things because I'm also an author. So like writing stuff, because writing stuff is fun. So you can find me on all those places. Yep. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day.